So number 38, integral of square root of x squared minus 4 over x cubed dx. So immediately I see a something squared minus something squared. So we can do a trig sub. Okay, so we set up a triangle like this. There's a right angle over here, by the way. If you're not familiar with setting up triangles, please watch my crash course in trig sub video where I explain it. All right, so this is a triangle. Now we got to substitute everything here in terms of y. I didn't use theta, I chose y. So let's let x be 2 secant y because secant y is x over 2, right? So 2 secant y is x. dx as a result is 2 secant y tangent y dy. And then we can substitute the square root term as well. What trig relation can we use? We can use tangent. It's 2 tangent y. All right. Now we substitute everything. It becomes this right here. Okay. We start simplifying. There's a 4 on top and an 8 on bottom, so that becomes half. We can pull it out in front. Tangent squared on top. And then 1 power secant would get canceled on the bottom because of the secant on top. So tangent squared over secant squared. Okay. How do we solve this trig integral now? You could maybe stay in the tangent and secant domain. I chose to change everything in terms of sine and cosine. So tangent squared is sine squared over cosine squared. Secant squared on the bottom is the same thing as cosine squared on top. Okay, so the cosine squareds would cancel and we're left with sine squared. And this is familiar because we can use the half angle identity, which I did right here. And then after that, we can integrate. And then we got to back substitute. What is y? Y is you can use any of the inverse trig functions, but since we already have secant here, y is arcsecant of x over 2. Okay? Sine 2y, how do we get that? Well, we can use the trig identity that sine 2y is 2 times sine y times cosine y. So that's what I did. Okay. Did I do it correctly though? Now that I'm thinking about it, I did because I distributed this 1/4. Okay, that's I was like, this should be a half if I did 2 sine y cosine y, but I distributed this 1/4. Okay, sorry about that. So I even didn't remember why I did. Okay, so now we got to substitute sine y and cosine y. We can just get that from the triangle. Sine y is square root term over x. Cosine y is 2 over x. Okay, so that's what I did over there. And then you can just simplify a little bit. This is my final answer. Okay, this is one way to do it. I'm sure there's other ways that you can do it, but this is how I thought to do it because, once again, I saw a something squared minus something squared. So I thought to do trig sub right away. Hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully see you in the next video as well. Bye.